We just came off a really big win, beating Cletus and Greg Biffle in race number 1 there in Lewiston. Now we're headed into St. John, Washington, our number 2 race on the season. It's a different series, but it's still the second race of 7 this summer. St. John is a little wee town out in the middle of nowhere, out in eastern Washington. It's rolling, it's called the Palouse, rolling hills with just a ton of wheat production out there. St. John is just a really quaint, you don't think you get more of an American town out there. It's not it's about as American as apple pie and flags flying on the 4th of July. It's a very American town. It's a really cool experience out there. People start showing up on Wednesday, gates open on Thursday, Friday, and we don't even start racing until Saturday, and people are lining up out there Wednesday night and they don't leave until Sunday, sometimes Monday. So let's get into the racing. It was an awesome event. Can't wait to show everybody. Okay, so run 1, we go into this thing, the exact same setup, same jets, same impellers, same nozzle, same fins as we did in Lewiston. We went out there and we ripped the quickest time in Q1.
Little brap to clean it out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That was my bad.
All right, so lower loop, big loop, hair.
Perfect.
Yep, we're good.
Lower loop, upper loop.
Yep, we got it. That felt so quick.
That was really nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Felt good.
You might have heard some of the call-outs that Jen was using. We had some unique ones on this one. We essentially started with a half a loop, and then we used trailer park. That was the whole, because we go around the outside. So trailer park is go around the outside, the big loop of the track. Then we go into hairpin number 1. After that, we go over to beer garden. There's a really tight and technical turn right in front of the beer garden. So when she says something like beer garden, I know in my mind, I have to get over to that other side of the track to that corner. That's where I'm headed. So we pick kind of a couple points around the track. So beer garden, and then we go up to what's called Titty Island. It's just this one little tiny island. Circle that thing. As soon as we get committed around that corner, the next call out's gonna be hairpin number 2. As soon as she sees my bow up there, she's gonna say finish it, and then we just bring it home down the straight, and that's where our call out. So you'll be hearing those for the rest of the day. But then we go into Q2. So we ran the fastest time on Q1. Some of the super boats were clipping us later in Q1. But then we went out in Q2 and we smacked down. We beat all those super boat times from their Q1 times. So there was a couple times throughout the day that we had the fastest time on the track. So you'll see that our Q2, we start to step it up. And I think we already ran in the 46s on Q2. I'll put the time up on the run. Here it goes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Half circle, full circle.
Yeah.
That felt good, eh?
Yeah, that was great. Good job. Nice freaking job.
That was cleaner.
Cleaner and meaner. They look happy. They look real happy.
All right, that was good. I saw 46 something.
I can't tell. Nice job.
So on one of those hairpins, I was starting to lose grip, and I was flirting with touching the bank like I did in Lewiston. So I'm like, I'm going to add a slightly longer fin on the right-hand corner of the boat to try to get more hookup. And essentially, I'm trying to, instead of sliding around the corner, I'm trying to cut around the corner a little bit. And that's going to keep that water going straight into the pump a little bit better. So we did that. We started messing with some of our setup in Q3, I believe. It may have been Q2 that I added 1 mil bigger on the right fin, and then we came back and we started messing with some of the impellers. So our Q3 now, we start really changing things up with the setup of the boat. Our times kept getting faster and faster.
All right, let's do the rotation real quick, right? Half loop,
Trailer
big
park,
loop,
hairpin 1, beer garden, Titty Island,
hairpin 2. All right, here we go. Q3.
let her eat.
Move into the first turn in.
Trailer park! Hairpin 1! Beer garden! Kitty! Hairpin 2! Woohoo! Nice job. Our whole dash was lighting up the whole time.
That was low fuel pressure.
Yeah.
We got it set for the superboat motor, so we're getting that.
Oh.
It was flashing the whole
Whole
time.
time I was like, what's up? What's up?
Well, that wasn't the cleanest. So I think we can get in the 45s, I think.
I think so too. We can.
One thing about being on a team with multiple boats and multiple pumps and everything, we can kind of pull from each other's resources. So TJ was having a hard time in the 2.8 getting any RPM, and I said, well, we've got a smaller set of impellers that we could try on there. So we pulled his out, and I didn't even know that he had a 13 pitch front impeller on his boat. So we gave him our smaller ones, let him try that. Sure as heck, his boat jumped up about 500 or 600 RPMs, I believe. And we put the slightly smaller one in our boat, and that helped our RPM. So we're just kind of mixing, matching. And by Q3 and Q4, with the impeller changes and the fin changes that we're making, the boat really started to come to life. It was really carving really nicely, and our times kept getting faster and faster. By the end of the day, in Q4, after Q4, we finished qualifying first in the Group A class.
Trailer park! Hairpin 1! Beer garden! Kitty! Hairpin 2! Woohoo! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woohoo! 46 something.
Man, I thought that time would be faster.
I know. 46 something, I couldn't see it. Nice job.
The
Whee!
fins were a big improvement.
Yeah, we were hooking right away.
But I don't know if our speed was there.
I don't think so either, but let's look at our TPI.
All right, signing off. Pretty good run, but a lot of it was way smoother.
Woohoo!
But our time was not that great. We're going to look at what.
You can probably hear it in my voice, but I'm a little bit nasally, and this is after the race. Saturday, on the race day, I started coming down with a cold right in the middle of the day. I'm like, oh no, I was kind of laying flat out on the grass when I could. I was hydrating, drinking as much as I could. And man, I just started feeling under the weather. It was not enjoyable experience to do that, but we kind of persevered. We'd made a goal to try to run a 45 at some point in the day, and man, I wasn't feeling it. But we had our lunch. We're going into the 8 cut, and we were covering the field pretty well. We were about 2 to 3 seconds clear of everybody, so we kind of just went into it. The game plan is like, just kind of keep doing what we're doing, and then we'll see how it falls out later in the qualifiers. So we're sitting here in the boat, we're ready to go, and all of a sudden our whole crew is like, holy crap, look just what happened. And we ended up actually unstrapping, getting out of the boat, and this is where Levi had a pretty gnarly wreck. It's kind of our worst case scenario, every boat driver's or sprint boat driver's nightmare of a scenario when you do a roll or multiple rolls and end up upside down in the water. So you'll see that.
Oh my God. All right, so they're going to go to the front of the boat first to get out of the water. We've got the driver out. So they go to the front of the boat, try to push it up, lift it out of the water, and get it flipped. That was gnarly. And we got him out.
Oh my God. All right, so they're going to go to the front of the boat first to get out of the water. We've got the driver out. So they go to the front of the boat, try to push it up, lift it out of the water.
The safety crew, I cannot say enough about how awesome they are. We did the replay on it and freeze framed it. From the time that the boat stopped upside down to the time that that boat was back right side up and both occupants were pulled from that boat was 20 seconds. So that was just unbelievable. Levi was out of the boat probably within 3 or 4 seconds. The navigator, they took a little bit of time to get him out, but 20 seconds total. Well done to the Webb Slough safety crew. They call them the Slough crew. They are awesome there, and it gives everybody peace of mind.
All right, finally.
Woohoo!
Finally moving. We're in the eliminations. Had some excitement. One of the boats just had a pretty gnarly roll, landed upside down. Safety crew got him out very quick, so that's a good, happy story. Modified class, TJ was sitting in P2, but the slippery pickle went out and ripped the fastest run, and they were sitting in P7, so they've had some issues, and they cleaned it up and went out and ripped it. So and all of a sudden, they're in the competition for that class. They ran a 50.6. They shaved off like 6 seconds off their time. But TJ stepped it up. We've been working on his setup, impellers, fins, nozzles, and he just ran a 50.4. So shaved him by 0.2. And then Dennis has been leading the class. He just ran a 50.2. So you got 3 boats that are all within a half a second. So that's going to be exciting to watch that 4-cut play out, see what's going to happen. But we're getting ready for our top 8. I just looked at the time board, and we have second place covered by 3 seconds. So this boat is ripping. It's dialed in really, really well. So our plan is to go not slow, but we're going to go safe, move on to the 4-cut, and then we're going to hammer down in the 4-cut, because I still want to run a 45.
You want to see what she's got?
Huh? Yeah, I want to see what it's got. I think it's got a 45 in it.
Yeehaw!
There we go.
Yeah, baby.
8-cut. Fast but safe.
We got it. Woohoo! Trailer park! Hairpin one! did.
Yeah.
It almost felt slow.
And I'm in it into a lot of it.
You're what?
I'm in the throttle quite a bit.
Did that little thingy help, the brace?
I think so.
Good. I love Katie's smile.
So our original plan in the beginning of the day was we'll go smack down that 45 in the forecut, but I just wasn't feeling it. You'll hear some of the audio as we're getting ready to go do that. I'm like, I'm not feeling it. There's no reason to push any harder than we need to, just to kind of keep moving forward. So I kind of just decided I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, running these 46, 47s, whatever it's going to take to keep moving us forward. So that's what we did into the forecut, and then we will advance ourselves into the finals.
50.75 is what Slippery Pickle. So if TJ beats that 50.75, he will make it to the finals. So we're literally trying to sit here and piece this together. Come on, TJ. On our side, I really wanted to see if we could get a 45 out of this boat. I think it's got it, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling very good.
Like, what do you mean not feeling it?
Well, you had your cold. I'm pretty sure now I got it. I've been popping ibuprofen. I just not sleeping good here at the track. I'm just not super lively right now.
I think
So I wanted to try to do a 45 to prove a point, but I don't think I'm up for that. I think we're just going to keep doing what we need to do to progress and hopefully get a win. We're covering everything by 2 seconds, so. Oh, that was TJ. No, TJ's out.
Oh, no.
No.
That island, 360 and out.
Oh, no.
See, that's why I don't want to push it. I don't want to, you know what I mean? You go fucking push it and DNF in the forecut, and we end up fucking fourth instead of first. You know what I'm saying? It's too risky. I ain't doing it. God dang it.
Oh, no.
So Dustin also just missed the forecut in the Superboat. So our goal is to try to get 3 podiums, and now that ain't going to happen. I mean, I'm going to get 2 podiums. So, yeah, I just need to keep it clean and keep progressing. YouTube, what do you think we should do? Go balls out and try to get a 45 just to prove a point, or do we just play it smart and just...
Powered by Nutter Butter, it is Tugboat Timmy.
If I was feeling spunky, I think I would, but...
You're not spunky?
I'm not. I'm just dragging. Had a couple Red Bulls, laid in the grass, and just not feeling it.
Oh, man.
That's a bummer for TJ. Dang it. He's gonna be mad at himself.
Let her buck. Got my crotch wet.
Sorry about that. All right. We're in the finals. Good safe run. I don't know the time.
I almost let out a Jester's did.
All right, so we made it into the finals, and this is where I got to vent a little bit. The racers have been pushing the tracks to get a transponder system for years now. It's just a way more accurate way of keeping accurate times down to the thousandths of a second. And most of the tracks have been using, they're essentially like an eye, like barrel racing for horses. The problem with the eyes is the boat goes around them, they get hit with spray, they get hit with grass debris or anything that's going in, and it blocks the eye or it stops the timer. And so then they resort to stopwatches. They do a good job of doing redundancy with the stopwatches as a backup, but you shouldn't have to do that. Transponders are the way to go, and this kind of bit me a little bit going into the finals because I'm sitting there listening for my time. Stephen Church went out in Bad Influence, and he'd been, I think, running 40, maybe 48s all day, but we had that covered by a couple seconds, so I wasn't feeling too threatened until he went out and ripped a 47. So I'm like, holy crap, Stephen had been holding some back, so now I have to go hard.
Okay, we kind of got to go. Hit a 47.
Nice. We gonna let her eat?
Kind of got to.
We have debris in front of our block again.
What was Steven's time again?
What was Steven's time?
Don't think it's right, but yes, 47.
Okay, so I pushed off the boat ramp and we go out and we go hard. He surprised me with the 47. Problem is that his time was inaccurate, and by the time I pushed off in the actual time, because of the stopwatches, he'd ran a 48 something, and it was still a good time. No disrespect to Steven, they're awesome drivers, they're friends of ours, and I love competing with them, but it's the information. I thought I had to go beat a 47 because that's what it was initially told. However, the timer had stopped. Come on, let's get transponders, please, for all the associations here in the US. It's everybody in the world is using them, from RC cars to F1. I mean, like, let's get in the 21st century here and get some transponders so we have that information. We have accurate split times. We can see exactly how we're doing. It's going to make the racing so much better when we get it. There is some movement to do it, but man, these are exact reasons why we need it. Please, 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 let's get the transponders going.
Let's go, baby.
Let's do it.
Take her home. We got it. Trailer park! Hairpin one! Beer garden! Kitty Island! Hairpin two! Hell yeah!
3-7. And no 180 on the water. Looks like he did it.
I think we got a 45 something.
I did see that.
You did?
Yeah, 45.9.
Hell yeah.
We go.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
We
Good
got our
job.
45 after all.
Good job.
We got our 45. Didn't even want to do a 45, but Steven made us.
Hey, YouTube voted for it.
Yeah, I guess you two voted.
Thank you.
Yeah, 2-0. Thank you guys, thank you guys.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Woo!
Just took a drink. Think the boat's full of water?
Woo! My mouth's full of mud. Woohoo! I ate mud.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
About drowned.
There's that shower we needed.
Yeah.
Nice job. Oh, boy.
All right, so there it is. We won race number 2. That's 2 for 2. I don't think I've ever done that in 15 years of racing, won the first 2 races. So we're pretty ecstatic, pretty stoked, and feeling pretty good about the future races coming up. There's some competitive boats out there that weren't racing for whatever reasons. Phil Miller, he's working on his engine. I expect him to be back pretty soon, and those wins won't be this easily. So we'll take it when we can get it. Our next race is at the end of July out in Port Angeles with another ASB racing series event. So that's where we'll be. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep following the Jolly Roger 907 YouTube channel for all the racing updates. I'm going to do some, I'm going to get back to doing some build videos. Hope you like that. We get a lot of comments about wanting more build videos and tech talk kind of stuff. So we'll try to intertwine that, but thanks for watching.
All right, so I've been racing for 15 years, and over those years, we've lost a lot of really great people in the community. And here at St. John, we have this really cool memorial where all the teams that have lost teammates or anything like that, they fly their flags. The teams usually watch from right here so they can see the track. But we lost an integral guy on our team last year, Rick Berkey. He is the stepdad to Dustin and TJ and Jake Berkey's dad. And he's an amazing guy. We did a huge fish feed and Rick spearheaded all that. He just loved the sport. He loved this track. And he was just a special guy to the team. We lost him last year. But we're going to do something really cool. Dustin is taking Rick's jersey for a ride out on the track. He's the first guy to go out. The crowd is here. We're getting ready. So we're taking out Rick's jersey. You okay? But yeah, so this is a pretty, I don't know. It's just kind of a tear-jerking moment for us. But Rick was a great guy. We're going to go do a chibi run for him. Trying to keep it together, honestly. Dustin's a mess. I'm a mess. But here we go.